Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of We Watch Shudder. My name is Michelle, and who's here with me?
It's JD.
It's JD. It's always JD. And it's always
Every
Michelle.
god dang time. Everyone.
As much as he tries to get out of it, it is always JD. I'm like, we got to
Yeah,
record.
when I asked Michelle if she wanted to do this podcast with me a year and a half ago, I thought, cool, best case scenario, we'll churn out about a dozen of these. I'll feel a little bit better about myself, and then we'll just go about our lives. And now here we are, a year and a half and 130 odd episodes. I'm stuck, you guys. I'm stuck. Fuck am I gonna do? I don't know. Help me. She's got me doing a
till you die.
She's got me doing a new episode every goddamn day this month.
Hell yeah.
It's
So
ridiculous.
I will tell them about that in case they're not familiar with Spooktober. If you're just here to hear how I'm killing JD slowly, then just tune in every episode and you can see that happen gradually. You'll be like, oh, he sounds a little bit more defeated, just a little bit more each time. But if you're not familiar with Spooktober, we watch a movie every day in Spooktober because it's the spooky season. But we did not want to have to record an episode every single day for the spooky season because that would kill us, just like it's killing JD anyway. But I didn't want to be included in that. So instead, we did some short films and recorded them in advance so that we can hopefully watch along with our listeners and hear what you guys think about it. I do have to say, somebody on Saturday messaged our page and said they were a fan of the show and that they know that I like messed up movies and wanted a movie recommendation. And that made me so happy. I was like, I'm the person people go to when they want to be destroyed a little bit. I love that.
Now, are you
so happy?
We do need to be clear. You're talking about like Saturday from when we're recording this. So like
I wasn't going to remind them again that we recorded these in advance, but yes, September 23rd.
We're going through the process of reminding them of what we're doing in the first place. We might as well do the whole greatest hits as long as we're here, you know what I mean?
Okay, I guess 2 weeks ago in regular people time. I hope 2 weeks from now that I am still an expert in messed up movies.
I think you will
I did get a response from the one that they recommended, or the one that I recommended them that said, what the fuck did I just watch? So that's good.
What did you recommend, if you don't mind me asking?
Martyrs.
Oh, you're a bad person, Michelle.
Why? I love Martyrs. I genuinely love Martyrs. That can be another episode, but
I guess to be fair, if they specifically messaged you asking to be traumatized,
I don't even find that one traumatizing. I just really like it.
Oh,
it's a messed up concept, but
yeah, and you're a terrible person for liking it.
Well, yeah. Anyway, I am a terrible person. I'm not.
Anyway, no. We're putting out a new episode every day. We're talking about short films. This week, our theme is the short films of Ari Aster.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know that name, that's my reaction. If you don't know that name, I'm speechless.
I don't know that name,
movies.
JD. Who is Ari Aster?
Oh, fuck off, Michelle.
I was asking on behalf of an audience member who might not know the person behind Hereditary, Midsommar, and Beau is Afraid. I was taking one for the team. I got you, listener. If you're clueless, now you know. They made Hereditary, Midsommar, and Beau is Afraid. And those are the only full-length movies he has at the time of this recording. But before that, he was making shorts. And he made enough shorts that we could dedicate a week to it.
He made shorts. I'm going to make that joke as many chances as I get this.
That's actually like a good idea, though, because like you wouldn't start by making pants. Pants would be way more complicated. Yeah, so you would start with shorts, less fabric.
And we would say Ari Aster's first pants film was Hereditary.
Yeah, the first pants film was Hereditary. Out of context, that makes no sense, and I like those kinds of statements. We should probably get into today's featured short. Do you agree?
Sure.
Okay, sweet. So today we watched.
It's called
Basically from 2014. And it's a short. Should I give them a synopsis of it?
I think you should, yes.
I've forgotten the lady. Shandy. Shandy Pickles is a spoiled rich girl, and this is told through a series of monologues that she gives around her mansion, kind of giving you a tour of it and giving very cynical observations of her life. But then every once in a while, there are glimpses behind the curtain of who she actually is as a human being, and it's just Rachel Brosnahan shining at her absolutely Brosnahaniest. And I forgot that she starred in this because I had not seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel yet by the time that I watched this. And oh my God, made me love her more. It is a phenomenal short. There's not really much of a story. It's more just snippets and getting to understand more about her and more about her life and kind of her coming to realizations while on camera. And she's very witty and funny and cynical, and I really enjoyed her. So basically, from 2014, that's basically what the film is.
Yeah, this film more or less like I don't know if these were just actual like short projects to be shopped around at festivals, or if these were things he did as like student projects or what. But this, more than any of the others that we've seen, feels like where Munchausen was kind of like an exercise in visual storytelling, right? With the no dialogue and the pacing and being a montage and all that sort of thing. All the interesting cinematography and color choices. This, to me, seems like an exercise in directing an actor, right? Because you have all of these sequences. This movie is basically, it's another montage, but it's a montage of sequences of this person just talking about themselves. And there's definitely a bit of a story here. I wouldn't call it any kind of a narrative. But it's interesting that, and this is the one that I told Michelle earlier that was going to be kind of fun to talk about, because I remember watching this film. I know I have seen it. I remember really enjoying the performance of Rachel Brosnahan and enjoying the way it was presented. In the grand scope of things, I don't remember a fucking thing about what this movie was about. I don't remember what this character told me about herself. I don't remember anything about the character development that I know I watched happen. But I think it's very telling of how JD is very plot and narrative oriented when it comes to storytelling, that I can remember having a pleasant... That's like saying I really enjoyed the sandwich, but I don't remember anything that was on it. But it's like, it's so... Because there's... The only thing I remember clearly about this is there were occasional moments where there were just random people in the background, or like surprise appearances of somebody just very subtly in the back. And I thought that was kind of interesting, and I don't even know if that's an accurate memory of this, but no, it's such a... I've been sort of casually dreading getting to recording this episode, because I sat down to look back at the films. I actually watched them about a week ago. And I remember in great detail the experience of all of these, but I don't remember anything about who this character is. I just remember, God damn, that was a fucking performance. And the way it was presented was super cool.
So you may have forgotten your ham sandwich, but I will tell you about this Brosnahan sandwich that I remember finding so
Please
delicious.
do.
Yes. So here's what really sticks out to me as the thing I remember the most of this short film, both watching it now and watching it previously. I think what works so well for me are those moments where the facade kind of goes away. And when she's talking about her boyfriend who inevitably dies, and then she's silent for a moment and she says that she dodged a bullet there, or whatever it may be. And then it's like, oh, so you didn't really feel anything. But later she is very, very drunk and yelling for that same boyfriend. And I think those are the moments when you watch it and you pick up on the little, like, you are not actually this cynical and cold. It's kind of how you're surviving in your reality, which is actually, like, despite having money, is not a very good life. Like, you don't have great relationships with people. You don't have great relationships with your family. Everybody's kind of distant. So getting to see who she actually is, that's what makes this for me. It's also very just funny at points. And so
I remember laughing quite a bit while watching this, but again, I don't and interestingly, because of that, it's definitely the one that I want to watch again as the soonest. I definitely want to go, because I do I remember that closing scene when it's sort of dimly lit and she's in it looks like maybe room. She's in the laundry room, I was going to say, or like a kitchen or a some sort of open closet, but she's sitting
Rich
up on
person
that cabinet.
closet.
yeah she's sitting up on that was it the washing machine that she was sitting on? I thought
or
it was
she was
maybe
sitting on
like
a counter beside it.
Yeah,
so but I think it's beside a washing machine.
And I'll be damned if I can tell you much at all about what specifically she talked about in that scene, but I remember just being kind of mesmerized by and recognizing that shift in character tone of where she's finally putting down the mask for a little while, and then like you mentioned, she has those moments where she kind of recognizes what she's done and she picks it right back up again. But yeah, it's very much a movie about coping, and I need to go back and try to find out why my brain did not allow me to remember everything. This is one I may need to discuss with my therapist whenever I get the phone call to say, hey, we have openings available for people in the therapy office.
And you'll be like, are any of them dead? And they'll be like, no, why do you ask? And be like, no particular reason. And then you'll be like, I guess I'll schedule an appointment.
Are any of them ill? Are any
yeah.
of them sickly?
Exactly. Can I see their medical history before I book an appointment, please?
My God.
Yeah. No, this one, like you said,
nightmare, right? It's like, oh, hey, I have terrible mental health conditions that were diagnosed years ago and have gone completely untreated now for several years. I need to see a doctor as soon as possible. Yeah, it's going to be about a 3-month wait. Fuck you. Jesus. Anyway.
So basically.
Yeah. So basically. Yeah, this is I sat here just looking over all these shorts that we're talking about in this recording session, and I'm like, yeah, I remember all the stuff about Herman's. I remember Munchausen. I remember the Turtle's Head. I definitely remember the strange thing about the Johnsons. But this one, for the life of me, I could not remember any details, and I thought that was just the most weird experience.
That's just how I am every day. I don't remember most things unless I write them down, because I have a disorder. So now you just know what it's like to be me.
You don't want to know what it's like to be me? What it's like to be me is I just, out of nowhere, got this, really sort of delicious, cooking food smell out of nowhere, and I'm like, what
Frosty ham sandwich?
No, I have a pork roast in the oven. I completely forgot that I have a pork roast in the oven.
Well, so that doesn't burn. We should probably give our scores.
Oh, no, it's going to be in there. It's really low. It's going to be in there for a couple hours. I just forgot I started it before we started recording, and I was just
trying to segue to the closure.
Oh, well, I don't pick up on social cues, Michelle. I don't know if you noticed that about me.
No, I had no idea.
I've never once in my my life driven all the way to a bar intending to go in and either do a comedy open mic or meet up with friends or just hang out, and gotten all the way there and just sat in the parking lot and then was like, nah, you know what, not tonight, and turned around and drove home and just told everybody, sorry, I'm not going to make it. I've never done that. Today.
I've done that many times.
I've done it so many times.
So
oh my
many
God.
times. That's half the battle of doing open mic comedy is walking in the door. And I'm not good at that battle.
That's half the battle of being in a room with a bunch of people you don't know. I have very, very malfunctioning like fight or flight anxiety issues in social environments where there are a lot of people and I don't know most of them. I get very, and I don't like to talk to strangers, and it's real gross. It's not fun. Anyway, guys, we couldn't get through the whole week of Ari Aster episodes without having the therapy portion.
I was about to say,
we finally had it.
When you actually get your therapist, I'll be interested to see how the show changes. You'll be like, hello, I am here to talk specifically about the cinematography and the sound design. Do not ask me anything personal about my life.
Well, Michelle, you and I both know that therapy isn't a cure, and all any of this is just learning how to cope. So believe me, none of this is going away anytime soon.
That's hopeful, I guess, for the future of the show.
Is it? For the future of the show, yes.
But not for the future of us. Yeah.
Oh, well, we should probably wrap this up and get on with
You need to give a score, and then
yeah, all right. Oh, I need to give a score?
Yeah. We haven't... What's your out of 5 skull rating for basically?
Wait, we didn't do that?
No, we did not.
Oh, basically is 4 skulls for me.
Okay,
Even
I'm gonna go 4.5.
Not remembering any of the story details, just remembering that I don't know how I can say this because it seems so contradictory, but I know I really enjoyed the experience of this. I just don't remember it in great detail.
Well, say goodnight, JD.
Good night, Michelle. We Watch Shudder is a production of Rat Factory Media, your home for all of today's Rat Factoryist podcasts. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests of We Watch Shudder are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Rat Factory Media. But wait, aren't Rat Factory Media and We Watch Shudder the same people? Shut your cake hole, Charlie. Nobody asked you. We Watch Shudder is available free on all major podcast platforms, and the easiest way to support We Watch Shudder is also free. Just leave a rating and review on your platform of choice. Merge your consciousness with ours on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We're at We Watch Shudder on all those social media platforms. Or find us the old-fashioned way, on the web at wewatchshudder.com or by email at mail@wewatchshudder.com. Heck, you can even leave us a voicemail at 701-566-9510. No, seriously, 701-566-9510. Try it if you dare.